and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at Fluxflashor's Day 1 Odd Paladin, the new Boomsday expansion. Odd Paladin, really interesting because it was a massive part of the Witchwood meta, essentially from day 1, even through the nerfs. This deck has always been one of the premier aggro decks, mostly because of its resiliency, but also because of its powerful options in the odd mana slot. For those of you who haven't seen Odd Paladin before, it does focus around Baku the Moon Eater. If our deck contains only odd cost cards, it upgrades our hero power. The upgraded Paladin hero power spits out not one, but 2 Silver Hand recruits, which is fantastic. We can keep vomiting minions onto the board without actually using any of our resources. It also lets us build up quite a wide board quite easily, which means we can play cards to help capitalize upon those wide boards. So this is cards like Raid Leader, cards like Level Up, cards like Corridor Creeper. They also give us a way to quickly get back onto the board after a board clear. Now, what has changed in the world of Odd Paladin is we've got mechs. So what we've seen Fluxflashor do here is cut a lot of the 1-drops out of the deck, things like the Dire Moles, Argent Squires, these types of things, Fireflies, and instead gone for a mech package of Glowtron, Mecharoo, and Faithful Lumi. And I think Glowtron is phenomenal. It's obviously just almost a strict upgrade over Dire Mole. Mecharoo as well is another nice resilient mech. The Faithful Lumi is my least favorite of these, but I think if you need that critical mass of very cheap mechs, this is probably the one to go for. So we've got a lot of options at the 1-drop slot. We've still got Lost in the Jungle and Righteous Protector, 2 of the better 1-drops. We even left the Blessing of Mights in here, which combine quite well with things like Righteous Protector, and having a wide board with a taunt to protect it. But we will be keeping an eye if 2 is overkill or not. Moving up to the 3-drop slot, this is usually where we'd see a lot of the tech cards for Odd Paladin, things like Iron Beak Owl and that kind of stuff. But it looks like there's a bit of a squeeze in terms of space in this deck, and Fluxflashor has cut those for Nightmare Amalgam. This is a nice big body. It is a mech, which means we can start strapping our war gears to it. And it's a big body in a deck that doesn't have a lot of big bodies, so I can really get behind this Nightmare Amalgam. The single Divine Favor for some card draw, Raid Leader and Unidentified Mole as another way to capitalize on those wide boards. Raid Leader in particular, buffing up all those Silver Hand recruits, is a must-answer threat, which is really good. And Unidentified Mole, if we ever hit the Divine Shield mode, we're in a really good position. Up at 5, we've got Fungalmancer, Level Up, those cards, once again, capitalizing on that wide board. Fungalmancer not even caring about things being Silverhand recruits, which is very good. Level Up being one of the reasons that our opponent has to keep killing our Silverhand recruits. You know, if they ever let us get a Level Up off with, 4 or 5 Silverhand recruits on the board, it's probably GG. And War Gear, the spicy new one we mentioned before. This is a 5 mana 5/5 with Magnetic. So it means we can start putting this on our Nightmare Amalgams or our 1-drops, and especially if they've already been in play, strap it on and we can immediately start bashing for that extra 5 damage. Very similar to a Blessing of Kings, except you can just play it on its own, which is fantastic. What I really find interesting here is that Fluxflashor has actively chosen to include War Gear over Ziliax, the legendary from Magnetic. The legendary from Boomsday, which is same mana cost with Magnetic, lower stats, but does give us a whole bunch of fun little abilities. They've included War Gear over that, so really valuing the stats. They've also chosen to not include any copies of Cobalt Scalebane, and I think more importantly, no Leroys in this deck. So we're really going to have to try and bash through. We can't really rely on having reach in the end, so something to be actively aware of. Corridor Creeper we mentioned before, and then Vine Cleaver at the end. I think 2 Vine Cleavers, especially because we don't have Leroy. I think this is correct instead of any copies of Stormwind Champion or any other 7-drops. I think we do really value that reach. And Vine Cleaver is a card that definitely gives us that. 7 mana, we can put out 12 damage if we get to go to face. which I really like. So what we'll be paying attention for is how good this mech package is, if we miss a lot of the tech cards, like I said, those Iron Beak Owls, those Tar Creepers in those aggro mirrors, and how good War Gear is if we'd prefer to have Ziliax or if we'd prefer to have a Leroy in the deck. We'll play some games and see how we go.
Versus Gul'dan.
Okay.
Your
Warlock.
soul shall be mine. I will fight
So
with
pretty
honor.
easy full mulligan here. We're going to see what the deck gives us. Really want to hit a nice, some nice resilient 1-drops, just like these friends here. It'll be interesting to see if our opponent's on Zoo or if they're on something a little bit bigger.
We have turned our curse
A bit
into
bigger
our
it is.
strength.
So I've been seeing a lot of these even locks play a Mechathune package. I think we'll go for the Righteous Protector here.
The light dims, but we fight.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of even Warlocks play the typical even Warlock game, but with a copy of Mechathune, 2 Galvanizers. Oh! I guess we have an Illidan now.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, so playing a Mechathune, 2 Galvanizers, a Blood Bloom, and a Cataclysm.
Reporting for duty.
Repent!
The battle for justice.
Alright, let's see if they've got the Defile here. We do get to restock pretty well with the Hero Power, and we can just play the Faithful Lumi for... Huh. Huh. I guess we just Hero Power, right? Or do we Hero Power Blessing? We'll Hero Power Blessing.
Reporting for duty.
I'm fine trading the Blessing for
The battle. The battle. The battle.
3 damage,
The
even if
battle.
our board gets cleared here. Good thing is they have to have Defile, and I think they would have Defiled last turn maybe. If they have Hellfire, then it's not really good enough. Look at this golden Illidan. Oh my gosh. He's flexing. Got that purple glow. Just glowing on him. There's the Defile. You want to tap? Won't tap? Oh my gosh. Say what you want about Illidan as a card, but his golden is awesome? Hell yeah, look at this boy! Ah, powerful. So I think I'm gonna go for the Lumi here.
I wonder.
What do we go for the War Gear? Have they coined? Maybe.
Reporting for
The
duty.
light dims, but we fight.
I'm gonna save this Lost in the Jungle. So this is a bit of a tricky play in that I don't know, we're kind of happy to see a board clear because, you know, we can restock and it'll probably make them take some damage. If they don't kill it, we can sneak this War Gear in and get a bunch of damage. 6, yeah, that's it. So, ooh, the power of the War Gear. The power of the War Gear. Faithful Lumi, look at Iron Man. Ah! my suit. Alright, let's go for another.
Versus my heir.
Okay.
None can escape
Berserker
my
Fury.
I will fight with honor.
Very close to one of my favorite Zoids. How many 1-drops do we have that we're happy to play? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Nah. On the coin as well. Maybe we can keep this unidentified mole. Especially against Rogue, it could actually be really good if they're trying to do some early game stuff. You're a beast. Hey, I do my best. Hey, Corridor Creep is a great draw here.
None will survive.
See if they're odd Rogue. No, a different flavor. They can dagger up. Yep. So one thing to be aware, I guess, is if this is not odd Rogue, they could be playing Saps. Which is not the greatest thing for us.
Reporting for duty. Converting stored energy.
Bam.
Job done.
So we did get the big Silverhand recruit draw, which is kind of nice. Maybe we should have considered saving the coin for a sneaky level up. Ooh, Death Rattle Rogue.
Reporting for duty. The battle.
Death Rattle Rogue. We might be able to get under them. If they're going to rely on, like, Necrium. I think we need to kill that.
I wonder. Reporting for duty. For justice. The battle. The battle. The battle. Reporting for duty.
Get Corridor Creeper out as well. Now it's on our opponent to do something pretty good, or else they're getting leveled up on. If we had let that thing survive and they had the 5-mana spell that triggers a Death Rattle twice, then, you know, we're losing essentially our entire board, right? Like, the Oozes slam into the Joey, the Corridor Creeper if we played it. The actual 2/4 itself hits one of the Silverhand recruits. Backstabbing Silverhand recruit. Is this last one? You got it. So 2 plus 9 is 11, plus 2 is 13. So still slightly not good enough. Would a deck like this play Vanish?
Let me think.
Would a deck like this play Vanish? I don't want to risk it.
Reporting for duty. The battle! The battle! The battle!
And we can hold this weapon charge. Would a deck like this play Vanish? I don't think it would. You make some dinos? I guess we should also maybe consider if the deck would play Fan of Knives, which I think is a bit more reasonable. But in the blind, with them not having played it over the last couple of turns, I think it would have to come off the top.
I wonder.
I wonder too, Maeve. Maeve, as I used to call them in Warcraft 3. Maeve. Then when they were in Burning Crusade in WoW, it was like, oh, I'm an idiot. What is happening?
Unity, precision,
Iliacs.
perfection.
They did it in the right order, so they actually gained the life.
Reporting for duty.
For justice.
The battle! The battle! The battle! The battle! The battle!
Alright. Do your worst. Marvin. Dr. Marvin Shadow Song.
Such a
Ooh, this could be spicy. Don't think it's going to be enough though. 2 bananas. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh. Whoop, whoop.
Battle!
It's the sound of the fun police. Silverhand recruits. Taking them to jail. See if we can get another on the board. Alright. Up against the Druid. This has been our
fight with honor.
this has been the bane of us over the last couple of days. I think we might keep. Do we keep the Blessing of Might? I don't think we can keep it without another one, but I think in a lot of cases, Blessing of Might's one of our best tools to get under a Druid. Like we can strap it to preferably a Glowtron or even a Righteous Protector. Means they have to trade like their hero power and a removal spell or a hero power in 2 turns. And especially if they haven't hero powered before you buff it. Like they're taking another 8. Well, I guess we have to do it now, right? We're gonna talk a big game. Good thing is we have the Divine Favor to stock back up. Oh yes. Wild growth away, friend. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could Divine Favor now if we expect them to have a swipe.
I wonder.
Yeah.
repent.
The battle! The battle!
So we'll see if we were right. If they have a swipe here, I think that Divine Favor was really good. Spellstone Coin Swipe.
That was wild.
What?
Can't win them all.
What? I mean, get wrecked, nerd. Crushed. Alright. Well, I think we've gotten the gist of this. So we'll jump back over to the deck. Honestly, I think there's nothing. I can't see anything wrong with this deck right now. I think the mech package is good. The war gear felt great. I think we don't miss much from dropping the Ziliax. I think we'll probably see the odd Paladin stay similar to this throughout the duration of the expansion. Maybe with a couple of things teched in there. Maybe people start cutting the Faithful Loomies, or what I'd love to do, which is maybe cut one of these Loomies and include a Skater bot, just as a bit of a varied threat. You know, combine quite well on those later turns with maybe a Nightmare Amalgam or something like that. Help push some trades through, because you know, like I think I don't know. It feels like rarely are you playing the Faithful Loomy and getting like the full battle cry and also the mech upside from it. So yeah, that's kind of what I'd start doing, and then we can start figuring out, you know, do we want 2 raid leaders, or do we want to start playing an Iron Beak Owl, or, you know, is this too much late game? Is it not enough late game? Things like that. So I think we'll see this deck get refined over the next couple of weeks, but I don't think it's going to change too much. I think Fluxflashor and a lot of other odd Paladin aficionados have kind of got this one right. So yeah, if you're watching this video on YouTube, all the links will be down in the description, including a link over to the Hearthstone article. Jump over there, give the deck a +1, and leave a nice thoughtful comment with what you think should go into the deck, maybe what needs to come out. Are mechs just overrated? Are they underrated? Are they rated? You can also find all the links to my social media down there, including a link over to Twitter, which is the best place to catch me. You'll also find a link over to HS Replays. If you want to get the best stats in the game, you can use that referral code, and if you do sign up for premium, it does help me out. And until next time, if you're not subscribed on YouTube, do that. We're doing a very special stream at 500 subs. But yeah, until next time, stay wavy.